It's funny that you said that you didn't check on your man, because for me it's like I do so much. I was looking for somebody to check on me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a word.
I said, because I'm going to say it like this. Postpartum is not talked about enough, and we don't support each other enough in that, and it is hard. It is hard, and it is dark. It is very dark, and you know, it's dark. So sometimes, just because I might look nice and pretty on the outside doesn't mean that I don't have internal damage going on the inside. Because I woke up, I cooked for everybody, I fed everybody, and I realized it's 4 o'clock, I didn't eat a thing. And nobody even asked me if I ate a thing. Baby on the titty all day, she good, she chunky and fed, and here I am, starving, malnourished, losing my ass.
Jazzy.
It's hard.
It's real.
It's really hard, and I think that it just goes back to your support system.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaomi aka Petty Diva, and in this video we are discussing postpartum depression. Now this video is inspired by a particular video I saw on TikTok. It went viral some weeks ago or some months ago, and in that video the friends of a woman who just gave birth were outside. They were with their car, they were singing, I think, a Beyonce song, and they did that because they were trying to get in contact with their friend, and she kind of blocked them, and they were worried about her mental status, they were worried about her physical health. So they went to meet her in front of her house. They were singing loudly, telling her that they were there. They eventually got into the house and were able to see her and take care of her. So in this video we are going to be looking at postpartum depression. We are going to hear from women who have experienced it. We're also going to learn about postpartum depression from medics and also from people just discussing it, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
Somebody please tell me when having a baby gets easier, because the newborn phase is so hard. I feel so guilty for feeling this way, but I can't help it. I don't even have my baby right now. My mother-in-law took him for the night so that I can have a break, and I'm sitting here on my night off crying because I am so anxious, and I am already anticipating having to pick him up tomorrow and just do it all again. And he is so miserable 24/7 right now.
Wow.
And it scares me. Like, I'm actually scared of my baby. I'm sitting in bed trying to relax, and my jaw is clenched, my fists are closed, I can't, my body is in fight or flight 24/7. I am, when does this end?
They said, girl, we not about to let you be down and out. We not about to let you be struggling. We not about to let you be crying by yourself, locked up in a room, girl. No, we about to show up and show out every fucking time. Clock it. They said, if you struggling, we struggling too. We not about to let you struggle by yourself. You might be able to block me on the phone, but you can't block me in real life, because this real love, okay? This real sisterhood. This is real friendship, girl. You ain't got to see this through by yourself, girl. We got eyes. We gonna help you see through this. We gonna help you get through this. Baby! Y'all not catching it. Y'all not catching it. Y'all not really catching it. This shit go hard, bro. We stay hyping up a lot of stuff. We do. We like to hype some shit up. Yeah, girl, that's it. That's that one. Yeah. All God, all my mama, all my soul. We like to hype up some shit. But baby, I'ma hype this shit up till the end of time. Because I think we all need friends like this. Sad part is, there's so many people that never experienced no friendship like that. That's crazy, bro. Y'all ain't experienced nothing like that. And it is sad. These are your day ones, your A ones, real, throwback to the back to the plat. And they ain't even pulled up When you said, girl, I done had a real rough day. I'm sorry, friend, me too. Huh? Check on your friends. Check on your friends. Every now and then, check on your friends, because sometimes something ain't right. The girls that came to their friend's house in the middle of the night, blasting Destiny's Child, talking about, don't you know that we love you, girl? She was going through postpartum. She didn't want to open the door. She done blocked them. And then they came in, and she said, y'all doing too much. And their friends, they knew. You doing enough, baby. This is what you need. The Lord told us to come over here and check on you, girl. We not going nowhere. Who budging? Not us. I mean, they was going hard. They went downstairs. They were looking through the drawers and shit. They said, oh no, we need a screwdriver, bitch, because we gonna open this door today. We not turning around on our friend. Turn our back on who? Turn my back on who? Oh, get the screwdriver. We about to be up in here. We all gonna be crying together, baby, today. Because, listen, friend, you ain't gonna do this shit alone. And the beautiful thing is, they recorded it, and some shit I feel like you don't even need to record. But they recorded that shit so she can look back and say, damn, my friends be going hard. My friends be going stupid dumb. My friends got my back, my front, my top, and my bottom, bitch. Y'all real ones. Y'all some real ones, you know? The pull-up kind. Yeah, I like that. She didn't even know she needed that. The friend didn't even know she needed that shit. I bet you she might be like, damn, fucking annoying. Always in my shit. Always in my business. Coming over my house. Bitch, I'm trying to sleep. I just had a baby. I'm tired of shit. She didn't even know she needed that. And she needed it. She did. Some of us need to change our friend circles. You know what I'm saying? Some of us is not doing our big ones with our friends. I'm saying. Okay. You know, sometimes we lose our way. We don't really know. We've never done it before. You know, sometimes we got to practice a little bit. Now that you done seen how it's done, get it the fuck together. Because we need more of this. Go friends. Go friends. Go friends. Don't you know that we love you? You know? Come on.
Next is postpartum depression, also known as PPD. Think of this as a more serious version of the baby blues. This affects about 1 in 7 people who give birth, and that number may actually be higher if we're not diagnosing it in everybody. So it is super common. Common symptoms with this are feelings of depression, fatigue. You don't want to get off the couch. You do not feel any sort of bond with your baby. In fact, maybe you don't even want to be around them. You may even have thoughts of harming yourself or harming your baby. These symptoms tend to start around 2 to 3 weeks after birth, and they don't go away unless they're treated. And the fantastic news is that treatments work.
I know you guys have seen the viral video of the 2 best friends that roll up on their other best friend's house who have been blocking their calls, not wanting to see them or whatever after she had her baby. They were outside of her house playing Girl by Destiny's Child, just trying to encourage her to come out and talk to them because what is going on? You just had this baby. We want to support you, but she blocked them on everything. For anyone who's just had a baby, anyone who's gone through postpartum depression, you know, your body has just gone through a crazy traumatic event and you have to take care of a new baby. And there's hormones going everywhere. The chemicals in your brain are going haywire. Nothing about you is the same. You can't think or act like normal. Everything's just kind of upside down, and some people just want to isolate when they feel overwhelmed like that. Her best friends wanted to come through to the rescue to help their best friend, and I thought that was just so sweet. What better way to start Women's History Month and end Black History Month than with that video? They tried to climb in through her window on the 2nd floor. That didn't work. So they went in through the front door because the best friend ends up opening the door. But then she locks herself in the bathroom. They go, use a little knife, and open the bathroom door to get her out. Then she goes and runs into the closet and tries to do the same thing. They eventually, get in and talk to her. What is going on? She's defensive. She's like, y'all are doing too much. But they're really there to support the best friend. You got to check on your friends. You got to check on your friends, y'all, because you just never know. Being isolated and alone, even if it was by choice, just after having a baby can be a very, very dangerous situation. There was nobody else in the house helping that woman. And they were like, we're going to be here every day to come and help her, whether she likes it or not. Because that's just what best friends do. And I get it.
If you have postpartum, keep that shit to yourself, because if you voice that in court, you're done. As much as they say they're for women, they're for protecting you. I did the whole DV thing. As much as they say they're there for you, they're really not. They're really not. Since I voiced it that I have postpartum, I kid you not, my baby fathers, my parents, everybody uses that against me in court. And I'm telling you, it does not work in your favor. So if you have postpartum, I'm telling you, suck that shit up. Suck that shit up and don't tell nobody. Don't tell a single soul, because they will use that against you every chance you
any chance they get, they will use that shit against you. Don't ever voice that you have postpartum. Don't ask for help. Keep that shit to yourself. Because then you're going to be stuck like me, just stuck in and don't know what the fuck to do.
Went through heavy postpartum depression. I was in that for a full 2 years.
Really?
When you're going through something like that, that's incredibly monumental. First of all, pregnancy should not be normalized as it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy what your body goes through, what you go through mentally. Incredible thing that women can do.
Yeah.
So I went through heavy postpartum depression. I was in that for a full 2 years.
Really?
This is horrible.
2 years. Your hormones are also still rebalancing, but also you're still like trying to figure out the role of being a mom, who you are in this new role, and also obviously not recognizing your own body. And you're like, nothing fits. I used to look so different, and just coming to terms with this new life.
When it comes to postpartum, it's always like when you have a personal experience or when you know someone that's gone through it that you should really start learning about it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there was a lot of information about it, or you understood what was going to happen before at all?
No, I mean, I knew about it.
Yeah.
Like, probably how you know about it. I didn't know it could last 2 years.
What is it the day-to-day like?
I think you're just in a haze and you just don't recognize your life, and you're kind of, there's a whole feeling of, oh my God, what have I done? Is that too honest?
For real? Like,
Literally,
baby.
have a whole
Oh my God, bro.
Day by day, I think it just felt like a pushing of, you can do this. And that's why I say that's what I learned the most about it's like determination to kind of just get out of it, but also return to this new version of myself.
Explain what postpartum depression is. I didn't even know something like this existed until Mama G kind of told me about it a little bit, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know it's that serious.
Postpartum depression is so bad that your heart will say, I should die. I should die. Is that serious? The woman is so fragile at that stage, because her body has gone through so much. Her heart is pounding, her chemical brains are all messed up. My heart used to say for 6 years, why I'm not dying? Why should not I die? So bad.
How do you deal with it?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not about that you control it. I'm telling all the husbands and the partners out there, you need to get control of it. She is helpless. She is vulnerable. She is going to feel that way. You are the one who is going to feel her better. Your friends or your husband is going to play the major role to become out of this very serious matter. Please, husbands, do understand. After delivering the child, woman is very vulnerable, very delicate, very fragile. Her body is messed up, her brain, her heart. She's taking care of the baby. This is all you is going to make her feel comfortable that it's worth living.
What are some of the key drivers of postpartum depression?
Some people you actually just don't know. They have to just give birth to see that they now have depression. Lack of support is a big one. Exhaustion is crazy. Did you see the lady that put her baby in the oven and the chicken put the chicken in the pot? Exhaustion.
Yeah, tired.
Do you know the tide? You know what tiredness induced insanity is like? Because you're so exhausted, nothing seems real anymore.
Wow.
Or like trigger warning. I remember one time we had a lady. She gave birth, and we always put baby on chest, like put baby on the skin, cut the cord and everything. She took the baby. She just threw the baby on the floor.
What?
I remember I was like, like hearing like a
wow.
And we love babies crying. That's our thing. Like babies are cute.
Yeah.
Baby didn't make a sound. Sometimes you don't notice these things because no one noticed that she was not happy with the pregnancy until she had baby in her hand and she threw baby on the floor.
How does postpartum depression manifest? Like, what does that look like?
So I felt really sad, and they call it the baby blues at first, where you're like really sad and you feel kind of detached from your baby. And with my son, I had my mom, as help, and then with my daughter, we were away from family, so it's kind of like you just kind of like figure it out. I just didn't feel attached. I felt like the world is going, and then I'm just at a standstill on autopilot. That's how I felt. It was like the same routine. You get up, change the baby. You get up, feed the baby. You go back to sleep. There was times that I couldn't really sleep. There were times that I really didn't feel supported. I just felt very alone.
I've had friends that have had babies, and I haven't really shown up, or I didn't know how to show up, and I didn't know what to do to make them feel like supported or appreciated. I think don't show up empty-handed. offer to do something every time you're over there visiting. And then if you're not that close with the person, or if the person's like super fresh postpartum, I would offer to drop off a meal or swing by and drop off coffee.
So we've seen women talk about postpartum depression, talk about their own experience. I would love to hear if there's anyone watching who has had an experience with postpartum depression. How did you feel? How did you get over it? Are you over it? What were the things that people did that made you feel supported while you were going through it? And what advice would you give someone that is going through postpartum depression at this present time? Please leave your comment in the comment section so that it will help a lot of other people that are experiencing it, or who know people that are experiencing it and don't know what to do. Now, personally, when I first learned about postpartum depression was when I was, I think, in secondary school or so. And for those who don't know, my mom was a pharmacist. She was a community pharmacist. I actually say that my mom was the best community pharmacist I've ever seen in my life, because people used to come to our house. Our house was where the shop was, and they would be knocking at 2 a.m., midnight, for drugs for their kids and this thing. And my mom would come out in the night, go to the shop, bring out the drug they need. Sometimes she will not even collect money from them because they know that it's an emergency. Then later in the morning, they bring the money. Anyway, that aside, she was going to go and deliver a drug for postpartum depression for someone that was experiencing it. And then because I was supposed to be a pharmacist, the agreement at that time was I would be a pharmacist, and I used to be involved with the pharmacy shop. So she was now explaining that the person had postpartum depression, and that was a drug that was going to be helpful for the person. And she was explaining how some women after giving birth would have symptoms of depression and psychosis, and sometimes it takes a long time for them to get over it. Sometimes they never get over it. And that was my first experience, first knowledge about postpartum depression, even though I never saw the person and I didn't see the person. But that was my first experience, first knowledge about postpartum depression. Then as I got into pharmacy school and became a pharmacist, I've seen cases and understand how the whole postpartum depression occurs, which is one of the things that I say that getting pregnant is such a big deal, because you don't know what will happen during the pregnancy. You don't know what will happen after the pregnancy. It's such a big deal that the women that do 6-8 times, I'm like, wow, you people are strong, because it's not just about also taking care of the kid after the kid has been given birth to. It's also the psychological, physiological changes and things that happen during pregnancy and after. Like learning about gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, eclampsia, also postpartum depression and the rest, and risk of bleeding. It's such a big deal to get pregnant, because you don't know what will happen during your own pregnancy. There are some people that during their 9 months and even afterwards, nothing, they are strong, they are fit. And there are some people for the first 3 months, they will not be able to stand up because they are having hyperemesis, because they are throwing up almost every time. That's hypergravidaemesis or hyperemesis. So they are throwing up. Yes, we know that there's morning sickness. Some people it's just in the morning. Some people, the morning sickness occurs throughout the day, and for like 3 months, 4 months, they have to be hospitalized because they are losing fluid. It's such a big deal to be pregnant. And when the partner doesn't understand that, okay, this woman is going through a lot, her body is going through a lot, her brain, her heart, every organ is going through a lot, and then they make it seem like the woman is being lazy. Some men would just be attacking the women and saying, you are just pregnant, you are not ill. Sometimes they are ill and pregnant. Because somebody having pre-eclampsia or eclampsia, which is hypertension in pregnancy, can lead to death in some people, which is just so annoying. I've seen a patient who, she's about 60 and she's hypertensive, and I was asking how long has she been using her drugs and everything, how long has she been diagnosed with hypertension, and she said since she gave birth to her child, I think her firstborn. And I'm like, eclampsia since then? She said since then, that ever since she had the eclampsia, that's hypertension in pregnancy, she has been diagnosed with hypertension. So before she got pregnant, she didn't have any issue. She was not hypertensive. But after, while she got pregnant and afterwards, she has been hypertensive. And I was like, wow. Now I knew of, okay, when the person is hypertensive during pregnancy, when the person gives birth, some months afterward, the blood pressure might go back to normal. I did not think it was ever going to last like 30 years and the person would have to be on hypertensive for that long. And it just like I said, it just made me just know that pregnancy is not something that people would just disregard, like it's just something that is normal like that. And the postpartum depression, a lot of people don't identify it or don't acknowledge it, especially in Nigeria. I'm going to say it because you see some stories where you hear that a woman, after she gave birth, she did something to the child and people start abusing her and say she's a witch, she's a this, but not understanding that that was the postpartum depression manifesting. And she would have been given signs that she doesn't really want to be with the child, but people will say, how can you give birth and not want to be with your child? Are you a good mother? And they will say all sorts and probably just think that the person is acting up. And the day that they are not around to monitor the woman, she just acts on the voice and the mindset she has been having and harms the child. And then people start attacking and abusing and saying all sorts and calling out all sorts of names, not knowing that there would have been signs that this woman is experiencing postpartum depression. But when you think that mental illness is not something that you're supposed to acknowledge, it now makes the whole thing complicated. Now, one of the person was talking about the family and support was very essential when a woman gives birth and is having symptoms of postpartum depression, which is a very valid point. Support at that point in time, immediately after giving birth, is a very, very, very vital thing in the physical and psychological health of a woman that has given birth. But it's just unfortunate that some people don't have that community that will rally around them when they are giving birth, and then their partner might be just useless, honestly. Because if you have a community but your partner is very supportive, it helps a lot. There's a video I've seen, I don't know if it's a joke, but it looks like the man is very serious. In the video, the woman is just, I think she has just given birth, and the husband is really taking the postpartum care seriously. He even got a caregiver scrub just to take care of his wife. He's checking her blood pressure, he's monitoring it. He said he has to be checking it, and that's what they were doing in the hospital. And even though it might be a joke, it's actually a nice thing. It's thing that a lot of partners or women who have given birth should actually do. The postpartum care is very important. Now, in a video that I've had earlier, I've talked about the fact that Nigeria has a system or a tradition in most of the cultures in Nigeria where the mother-in-law or the mother will come and take care of the wife after she has given birth for like 6 weeks to like 3 months. And during that time, the woman is not supposed to do anything. They will cook for her, they will try and clean up the house and just try to make her very comfortable so that she's just taking care of the child and she's recovering mentally and physically. I've also talked about the fact that South Korea has that postpartum care facility where from the hospital, the women go to the postpartum care facility for like 2 weeks to a month, or the government subsidize like postpartum care nannies that will come to the house and take care of the woman, the house, and also the baby, just to help with the recovery. So it is very vital for women after giving birth to have that support, and it can also help with the postpartum depression. Now, I don't know how it feels per se, because I've never given birth. So I'm grateful for the women who shared how their thought process was when they were experiencing postpartum depression. Now, I don't know if there's anybody watching this who has experienced it. I would love to hear your own experience and what you did to overcome it. This can help people who know people that are experiencing postpartum depression but don't know what to do. So I would love for you to share it in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.